The dangers of email, a cautionary tale. Yeah, that sounds kind of hokey, but think about it. The internet has everything, it would seem. And so sometimes we think everything is free on the internet, but you, as someone who potentially will make your living um, by creating content, you don't want everything to be free. You'd like to get paid. And so we have copyright. So here's a bit of a short story. The student who produced this project for a class submitted this. The problem was this graphic down here, this map. So she submitted it and linked to Wired magazine. So she used the image. That's a problem because she didn't own the image. She thought it came from Wired magazine, so she linked to Wired. But is that enough? I think not. You really have to have permission. So even more than that, think about this. In Wired magazine, you could tell the image didn't actually belong to Wired magazine. It belonged to, read the caption that appeared in Wired, this map created by Dustin Cable at the University of Virginia's Weldon Cooper Center for Public Service. They gave appropriate copyright to Dustin Cable, and Wired had permission to use the maps. So this is the instruction. The student needed to get permission to use the maps, or she was not going to be able to submit her project without a significant penalty, potentially even a 0, for violating copyright. At first, she just emailed and didn't get a response. So you can email, but sometimes you don't get a response. So she was thinking, basically, there's nothing she could do. So I advised her pick up the phone and call, which is what she did. So she called. Then they went and checked the email she had sent, and this is the email she got back. Your project sounds quite interesting, and we're happy to give you permission to include the city maps from the racial dot map into your project or into your report. This gave her permission to use the maps, and this gave her permission from the original group, not from Wired magazine, which was a secondary source. And in fact, this email really points to how that worked, right? So she called, left a voicemail for the person asking them for permission, and then they responded with an email. So the email from the organization says, "Hi, forwarding this to your email that you left on my voicemail. And yes, you can use the photo too." She was asking for some photos. "Please call if you have any questions or concerns. I'm not sure what you mean by project, but my description below should apply if this is what you need. To be more specific with your project, let me know." So first of all, she should have probably described the project a little bit more in both the email and the voicemail, but she did get permission, and she got this permission so quickly. She also sought permission for another photo, and she asked what she thought was the source for that photo, the African American Policy Forum. They gave her permission, but said, "It's not our original photo, but feel free to use it." So, they didn't potentially understand the full ramification of copyright violations. So, sure, go ahead and use this photo that we don't own. So she decided not to use that image, which was a wise decision. She got no response from her original email. She got a fairly immediate response from a phone call, and then needed the email confirmation in writing to be able to use the content. So email, sometimes dangerous when you don't hear back and you just keep waiting for an answer. Email good when you hear back eventually and get a written response that you're looking for. So take this as a cautionary tale. You need permission to use anything that you don't own the copyright to. All right? Got it. Bye.